My name is Garcia. I'm an assistant professor of English and an affiliate of the Department of African American and African Studies. I teach courses in Latino literature and film primarily, but also theory courses on critical race studies and issues of gender and sexuality. I started in community college. I was the first person in my family to go to college, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do or what I wanted to major in, so I remember started as a almost biology major, but eventually I transferred over to the UC system, and once I did that, everything was in English, and I did my master's and PhD in English as well. I teach Latino literature and film courses, so right now I'm teaching a class in prison literature in the United States, which is primarily black and brown because of the racialization of mass incarceration in the prison industrial complex, but I'm also teaching an introductory film course as well, so we're watching stuff like Pan's Labyrinth and The Godfather and Moonlight and American Me. Next semester I'm going to be teaching a graduate course on the theorization of race, racism, and white supremacy. Hopefully next semester I'm looking to develop more film studies courses because it seems like there's a paucity of those around here, so I'm interested in teaching a Latino film studies course next fall. I'll say right now that my favorite author is Jesmyn Ward. She's the first woman of color to win the National Book Award twice, and I've taught Men We've Reaped before, but which is her memoir, but she has another book called Salvage the Bones, which is a literary adaptation of Hurricane Katrina, and right now I'd say she's probably my favorite writer. Her prose is magnificent. I'm from the West Coast, and I grew up in Southern California. I was born in Los Angeles, and then when I was about 14, I moved to Riverside, which is about 60 miles east of LA. And over in Southern California, it's primarily, in terms of the Latino demographic, it's primarily Chicano or Mexican American, and I never ever met a Puerto Rican or Dominican in my life until I moved out here. And so for me, one of the things that my students have taught me is the diversity of the Latino diaspora and the various ranges of cultures that I didn't really know too much about. So I'm learning about those who are approximate to my own subjectivity in ways that I don't think I could have done so by staying on the West Coast. I have spare time. I'm really busy, but obviously because I'm an English professor, I love to read a lot, but I'm also a huge sports fanatic growing up in LA, Kobe Bryant and the Lakers, who I was a huge fan of, but I'm also a big outdoorsy person. One of the reasons that I came out here as opposed to places in the Midwest is because of the beaches are closed and there's mountains, and so there's lots of outdoor opportunities for me to partake in. I did my grad work in Illinois in the Midwest, and so I spent 7 years in there. I missed the beach, and so coming to New Jersey was an opportunity to get back to the coast.